Subtraction can be a tricky thing, but when I see the problem 9,458 minus 7,397 in hardly a second, I know the answer is 2,061. But how is this possible? Well, for me, it's because I'm a giant nerd, but you don't have to be a dedicated nerd in order to do subtraction problems like this so quickly. I want to show you the key to doing subtraction like this quickly in your head, and like all great mental mathematics, it starts by doing the computations from left to right. The algorithms we usually learn in school go the opposite direction, from right to left. For example, if I was carrying out this subtraction by hand, I would start by saying, well, 8 minus 7 is 1, but then 5 minus 9, I'm gonna have to borrow. Call this 4 a 3, now I have 15 minus 9 gives me that 6, and I would continue in this way. So why do things from left to right? Well, when it comes to reading, we read from left to right. This means also that we read numbers from left to right. If I did this subtraction in my head from right to left, then at the end of the day, I'm going to have to reverse the answer because I computed it from right to left, but it needs to be read from left to right. Additionally, if you're just trying to make a rough estimate, by doing the computations from left to right, you calculate the most significant digits first. The leftmost digits represent more significant, larger values than the rightmost digits. Let's quickly see how easy it is to add things from left to right, since really subtraction is more difficult than addition. Doing this 4-digit addition in your head is pretty easy if you go from left to right. We do 3 plus 1, which is 4, then I see 3 plus 7, which means we need to carry a 1, but we can just instantly change that first digit in our heads from a 4 to a 5. So now we have 5, 0. Then 8 plus 4 is 12. Okay, so carry a 1. Now instead of 5, 0, in our heads we have 5, 1, 2, because the 8 plus 4 is 12. So 5, 1, 2, and then finally 5 plus 9 is 14, so 5, 1, 3, 4. With practice, this is super easy, but indeed, subtraction is a little bit trickier. Of course, not every subtraction problem is trickier than addition. Indeed, if we go from left to right, we can find the answer to this subtraction in our heads instantly. 7 minus 4 is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, 9 minus 5 is 4, 2 minus 1 is 1. With practice, you can basically just read off this answer instantly. Looking at this, the answer is 3,241. You don't get easier than that. And it's only because we do this computation in our head from left to right that we can read off the answer so instantly. The reason this problem was so easy is because there was no borrowing. Every digit in the second number was less than every digit in the first number. If instead we had changed this 9 to a 1, so it's 7,312, minus 4,151, then we would have to borrow because this 5 is greater than that 1. This borrowing is what makes subtraction tricky and a challenge to do in your head, but if we use a different strategy that ignores the borrowing altogether, we can still do subtractions mentally, lightning fast. To do this in my head, all I do is round 4,151 up to 4,200. Then this number minus 4,200 is super easy. I can see instantly that's 3,112. The only thing left to do is to add back the amount that I rounded by. By rounding this to 200, we subtracted 49 too much, so we just have to add 49 back in. This strategy takes advantage of the fact that addition is easier than subtraction. Doing this in my head is no problem at all. It's 3,161. Indeed, it's exactly this strategy that made that first subtraction so easy. How do I know the answer to this subtraction in a single second? All I do is round 7,397 up to 7,400, which is very easy to subtract from this. I instantly know the answer to that is 2,058. Then I just have to add back the extra that we subtracted. By rounding this up to 7,400, we subtracted 3 too much. So I've basically reduced this to just an addition of 3, and of course that can be done instantly. I accidentally wrote a 6 there because I'm trying to talk and write at the same time, but the answer is is 2061. Here are some smaller examples you can try this strategy with. In these 2-digit problems, you would round up to the nearest multiple of 10. Again, the point of this strategy is to avoid borrowing by turning these things into small addition problems. How do we do 83 minus 17 quickly? Well, just look at it as 83 minus 20, which gives us 63, but by rounding 17 up to 20, we subtracted 3 too much. So just add 3 back to correct and get the final answer of 66. Remember that no matter what this second number is, you want to round it up. That way you're subtracting too much. So in the end, to fix your answer, you get to do addition instead of subtraction. How do we do 37 minus 29? That's just 37 minus 30, so 7, but then plus 1 to correct, so 8. 12 minus 43 is a little bit tricky because the second number is bigger than the first. In this case, you should just view it as 43 minus 12, do the subtraction the way we've been doing it, and then negate your answer. The order of subtraction only affects the sign of the answer, whether it's positive or negative. So if the bigger number is being subtracted, just switch them around and then make your answer negative. So we could just look at this as 43 minus 12, round 12 up to 20, so 43 minus 20, so 23, but then add in the 8 to correct. Get a final answer of 31, but because the bigger number was actually being subtracted, our answer should be negative 31. Hopefully you've done enough subtraction that this strategy isn't really saving you much time on the 2-digit subtraction, but it starts to save a good deal of thought on the 3-digit and bigger problems. Try these 3-digit subtraction problems. In these cases, you'll want to round up to a multiple of 100, although some cases you could round up to a multiple of 10, but for example in this problem, if we round 438 up to 440, we're still not avoiding the problem of having to do borrowing, because that digit of 4 in the tens place, after we round up, would be bigger than that too. So we would want to round this up to 500. If this was minus 418, then rounding this up to a multiple of 10, 420, could be helpful. But let's see, what are the answers? Well, in this problem, I would just round up to 500, and 583 minus 500 doesn't get easier than that. It's just 83, and then add 5 to correct for the rounding. Final answer is 88. What about 978 minus 784? I round this up to 800. 978 minus 800, that is super easy. It's just 178, and then I need to add 16 to correct. Thus, we get a final answer of 194. Of course, you need to be decent at your addition, but if you've practiced your addition, then a problem like this is super easy and definitely saves time over doing the borrowing with subtraction. And then finally, with this problem, we subtract 500 and instantly know the answer is 223, but then we need to add up 62 to correct for the rounding. And thus we get the final answer of 285. Remember, in each of these problems, we need to ask how much did we round up by in order to correct our answer. 95 plus 5 got us to that next multiple of 100. 84 plus 16 got us to the next multiple of 100. And 38 plus 62 got us to the next multiple of 100. With practice, these things are very easy to compute because all of the digits should add to 9, except for the ones places, which should add to 10. For example, 5 plus 5 is 10. In this case, 8 plus 1 is 9, 4 plus 6 is 10. In this case, 3 plus 6 is 9, 8 plus 2 is 10. All digits should add to 9, except for the ones places, which add to 10. That's how you figure out this error that you have to correct for. Here are a couple 4 by 3-digit subtraction problems to try. In these cases, again, we're rounding up to multiples of 100. For 1246 minus 584, we just subtract 600, which I know gives us 646, and then add what we would sometimes call the complement. How much did we round this up by? It is 16. So we have to add 16 to correct and get our final answer of 662. Again, notice 8 plus 1 is 9, 4 plus 6 is 10. Then 2356 minus 767, we're going to round that up to 800 and subtract 800. Thus, we have 1,556, and then add to correct for the error. That's going to give us plus 33. 6 plus 3 is 9, 7 plus 3 is 10, and then this addition is very easy. It's 1,589. Alright, I think we're ready for the big boy 4x4 subtraction problems. Give these a try. In this one, you'll find it easiest to round up to a multiple of 1000, although in this problem, rounding this up to a multiple of 500 will actually work well. Here are the solutions. For this one, the problem, if we try to round this up to a multiple of 100, just so that we're not doing so much rounding, we would have 6,700, and again, we wouldn't avoid the borrowing issue here, so we'll have to round this up to 7,000. 8579 minus 7,000 is very easy. That gives us 1,579, and then we just have to correct for the rounding. Again, the digits will need to add to 9, except for the ones places, which will add to 10. So 6 plus 3 is 9, 8 plus 1 is 9, 1 plus 9 is 10. And so that's what we need to add to correct. And now, if you're good at your addition, this is very easy to do. It's going to be 1,898. Now, in this problem, rounding this up to a multiple of 100, 2,500, actually works fine because we're not stuck doing any borrowing. By rounding this up to a multiple of 100, instead of a multiple of 1,000, we won't have such a big error that we need to correct for. 4521 minus 2,500 gives us 2,021. And then we need to add 11. Since we rounded this up to 2,500, we subtracted 11 too much. 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 1 is 10. Of course, this gives us a final answer of 2,032. If you haven't done much mental math, this process might seem tricky to carry out in your head, but it really is quite easy with practice. In my head, all I would see is 4,521 minus 2,500. I would quickly arrive at 2,021 by doing that straightforward subtraction from left to right that doesn't have any borrowing. Then I would just look at this 89, that's where I would get the 11 from, because I know I rounded up to a multiple of 100, and this addition too is very easy to do in your head if you do it from left to right. It's far less natural to do this in your head from right to left, where you start with the units digit and then the tens, and then in the end you have to reverse the answer. Doesn't make any sense. Do it from left to right. I'm busting out the luxurious metallic Sharpie for our last example, 5-digit by 5-digit subtraction. This too is a piece of cake. We're dealing with tens of thousands now, but we don't have to round this up to a multiple of 10,000, because just rounding it up to a multiple of 1,000, namely 34,000, will still avoid any issues with borrowing in this subtraction. So I look at this as 54,364 minus 34,000, and it's very easy to see that that is 20,364. I then just need to add the error term to correct for the rounding. 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 0 is 9, and 5 plus 5 is 10. So by rounding this up to the next multiple of 1,000, we subtracted 105 too much. We correct our answer by adding it back in, and thus we get a final answer of 20,469. Again, the number we're subtracting, we always round up, so that in the end, to correct our answer, we get to do addition, which is far easier than subtraction. So that's the key to subtracting quickly. It's using this strategy of what Secrets of Mental Math by Arthur Benjamin calls the strategy of complements. 895 and 105 are complements because together they add to 1,000. And now with practice, you can become the master of minusing, the sultan of subtraction, Big Daddy Takeaway. Whatever you want to be called, you can earn that prestigious title now. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and be sure to subscribe for more of the swankiest math videos on the internet.
From my fate, twisting to escape this. Climbing out of my wrist if you can break it. Breaking in my past, I'm making it up fast. So slow down, give me the time so I can fake it. Embrace the tune of words and just how I say shit. And let me speak my poetry to your face. It's not in the mid if you ain't listening. Not infinite if you ain't really in it.